Hello, everyone, and welcome to the NBA Player Prop Show for Wednesday, March 24th, 2021. Great to be here. We got a huge 11-game slate tonight. And look, we're coming off a 4-0 night last night for the Patreons. So really looking forward to tonight, looking forward to building on last night's performance. Obviously, great last night. And we have so many games tonight. This could be a record number of props that I've liked. So, going to be a great show tonight. I expect a ton of questions coming in on this huge slate. I also am going to talk about a decent amount of props tonight that we have. But first, before we get started here, just wanted to remind everyone to like this video, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. It really helps me out. Also, be sure to spread the word. Be sure to comment. Be sure to tell all your friends that love player props. You go to watch on Burd. You go to watch Burd talk about player props every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It would really, really help me out. Obviously trying to grow this channel as much as I could. And I'm so thankful for every single person that tunes in to watch every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I absolutely love it. Okay. Also, before we get started, just want to remind everyone about Monkey Knife Fight. Monkey Knife Fight is a great place for player prop games, whether it's the NBA, college basketball, March Madness. You can play for the whole slate. You can play for individual games, a bunch of multiplier games. You go onto Monkey Knife Fight, link in the description below, put in the promo code DUDE50, and you'll get an 100% deposit match up to $50. Again, promo code DUDE50. Be sure to take advantage of that. It's free money. You guys are all researching. You guys are all asking me questions. Be sure to put some props into Monkey Knife Fight. Promo code DUDE50 once again. So let's get right into it today. Realize that as I went live, I forgot to do the banners. So I'll kind of just have to do the banners as I go today. So bear with me here. But I do want to get the graphics up just so everyone who's joining late could know exactly what we're on for today. So as I type this in, the first prop that we are looking at on the day is Jason Tatum over 2.5 threes against the Milwaukee Bucks. So Jason Tatum comes into this game averaging 2.7 made threes on the day on 7.2 attempts per game. He's shooting 31.8% from beyond the arc for the season. And over Tatum's last 7 games, he's averaging 3.3 made threes per game on 7.3 attempts per game. Good for 45.1%. So he's kind of riding this hot streak a little hot streak going for him. He's cleared this over 2.5 threes in 6 of his last 7 games. And tonight he goes up against the Milwaukee Bucks, who ranked 26th in the NBA in opponent made threes per game at 14.1. Milwaukee Bucks also ranked 27th in opponent threes made per game at 38.1. They rank 16th in opponent three-point percentage as well, the Bucks at 37. So high over-under in this game just from Milwaukee not being great on defense, letting up a lot of points, letting up a lot of threes. High over-under at 230. As a result, I think Jason Tatum has a big night once again, continues this three-point streak, and goes over 2.5 made threes at minus 113 on DraftKings. Now, so that's the first prop we're going for the night. The next prop that we have on the night, and again, bear with me, forgot to put in the graphics today. Absolutely love the graphics. Got to have the graphics in order to have a great show. So I'm going to put these in as we go here. The next prop that we are going to talk about tonight from the same game, opportunity for a same game parlay coming up if you have access to FanDuel. Jalen Brown over 22.5 points. Jalen Brown made his first All-Star game appearance this year. He's been having a great year, averaging 24.7 points per game, shooting 48.6% from the field, 38.8% from three. Brown is taking 23 shots per game over his last 5 games, averaging 27.2 points per game during that span. And you know what my rule is? More shots than points usually is a good thing when you're trying to go over for points. Obviously, the line here is at 22.5 over his last 5 games, taking 23 shots per game. So you would have to have an incredibly efficient night, if he continues this shot rate, not to go over here. He's cleared this 22.5 points line in 5 of his last 6 games. Milwaukee ranks 19th in opponent points per game at 112.5. They can't defend the three, as I just said when I was talking about Jason Tatum. Jalen Brown obviously shoots threes as well, a decent amount of them. High over-under, as I also said with Tatum. And as a result, I like Jalen Brown to go over 22.5 points in this game. Best line at minus 116 on FanDuel. Keep the props going here in the chat. I got a few more props to get through today. Again, as I said, got a little bit more props than normal that we are talking about today. Honestly, just because mostly it's a huge slate. But look, it's a great slate for props. I absolutely love the slate here. So just going to talk about a few more props before we get into questions. Again, just putting in the graphics as we go, just so I have the graphics so everyone who joins in late could see and everyone who's following along could see as well. I'm going to just plug in a few more of these. Bear with me here. My bad for this. All right, so the next prop we're going to talk about from the same game again, opportunity for same game parlay. Donte DiVincenzo over 6.5 rebounds in this game. DiVincenzo rebounds has been the hot pick as of late. I believe we just got a comment flying in the chat here from Marco. Donte D over 6.5 rebounds. That's exactly how we're going to go. Look, I don't know why they're leaving this rebounds prop at 6.5 here. Look, Giannis questionable today. If he ends up being ruled out, that'll help his cause. Yes, this is a tough matchup against the Celtics, who rank 5th in opponent rebounds per game at 42. However, Donte DiVincenzo has cleared the 6.5 rebounds line in 9 of his last 10 games, including his last 7 games. And over this 10-game span where he's cleared this 6.5 in 9 of his last 10, he's averaging 8.6 rebounds per game. And you also get this 6.5 rebounds line at plus 104 on FanDuel. I think that's a little bit insane, especially considering the fact that Giannis may be out. Even if Giannis does play, just keep that in mind that DiVincenzo has been going over this anyway. So Giannis playing, I still think DiVincenzo at plus 104 is worth a play. And again, possibly parlaying all these in this Bucks Celtics game with Tatum, Brown, and DiVincenzo for a same game parlay. You kind of play around with that a little bit. Obviously, there's intervals of points and rebounds that you could do. It's not exactly the line. So just take a look at all of that possible same game parlay scenario here. Next prop that we are going to talk about today, Jonas Valenciunis over 13.5 rebounds in this game against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Valenciunis comes to this game averaging 12.3 rebounds per game, but over his last 10 games, he's averaging 15.2 rebounds per game, and he's cleared this 13.5 rebounds number in his last 3 games. 7 of his last 10 games, he's also cleared this 13.5 rebounds number. The OKC Thunder ranked 27th in the NBA in opponent rebounds per game at 47.3. So it's a really good matchup for him as well. I've, in the past videos, I've loved taking guys over rebounds against the Thunder. Usually always works out for me. As a result of the good matchup, the friendly line here as well, I like Valenciunis to go over 13.5 rebounds. You can get it at minus 105 on FanDuel. So now for our 5th prop of the day. We're still rolling here with props. We got a decent amount for the day. We got Clint Capela over 13.5 rebounds. Another really friendly line for a guy who's leading the NBA in rebounds. He's averaging 14.2 rebounds per game on the season. Again, leads the NBA. Over his last 8 games, he's averaging 15.4 rebounds per game, and has cleared this 13.5 rebounds number in 7 of his last 8 games. Goes up tonight against the Sacramento Kings, who played a fast pace, let up a ton of points, high over-under in this game, lots of possessions. Kings, as a result, they rank 20th in the NBA in opponent rebounds per game at 44.7. Good matchup for Capela. I like Capela to go over 13.5 rebounds at minus 134 on FanDuel. So those are my 5 main props on the day that I like. However, I also have written down a few other props that I like, but I'm probably going to stick to these 5. One other prop that I do like, just going to throw this up here as I may as well throw it up here. This is clearly my 6th prop of the day, but I highly considered adding it in, and I still may end up playing it. Is Gordon Hayward over 6.5 rebounds. Goes up against the Houston Rockets tonight. And now you have to keep in mind, there's no LaMelo Ball, so there's a little bit of an increased opportunity for rebounds here. And he's cleared the 6.5 rebounds number in 5 of his last 6 games. Rockets are a poor rebounding team, ranked 29th in opponent rebounds per game at 48.4. Could be a decent spot for Hayward. Pretty good odds, minus 112 on FanDuel. Just keep in mind, he's cleared this in 5 of his last 6 games. There's no LaMelo Ball, increased chances, poor rebounding team. I think Gordon Hayward could go over 6.5 rebounds. And then the last one, so you know what? I'll throw Hayward in. I'll consider Hayward as my 6th and final prop on the day. My honorable mention prop that I'm not going to actually display here because I'm not going to end up playing it and I'll tell you why. Kyle Lowry only at 7.5 assists tonight against the Denver Nuggets. I think it's a really good line for him. He's been, over this line a ton. The problem is I'm worried that he's going to get traded mid-game. And we know the trade deadline's tomorrow. We know that's happened in the past with guys getting traded mid-game. Lowry looks like this is going to be his last game with Toronto if he makes it to tonight's game. Who knows? Maybe they end up pulling him last second if a trade is close. Maybe they end up pulling him after the first quarter. I'm just worried about the whole trade thing with Kyle Lowry, so I'm not going to end up playing it. But these are the 6 props I do like for today. Jason Tatum over 2.5 threes. Jalen Brown over 22.5 points. Dante DiVincenzo over 6.5 rebounds. Jonas Valenciunis over 13.5 rebounds. Clint Capela over 13.5 rebounds. Gordon Hayward over 6.5 rebounds. Let me just get this all up for everyone scrolling on the bottom, and then we will get to questions. Again, I apologize for not having this banner completely ready at the time of the show. Honestly, completely forgot about it. But look, got to have graphics in order to make the show even better. So let me just get this up right now. While I'm just working on this banner, be sure to throw all your questions in. We're going to answer every single question that comes in like we normally do. And once again, be sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Also, be sure to like this video. Really helps me out. Be sure to spread the word about this show. Try to get more and more people in each time. We've been pushing. We've been boosting the numbers the last few streams. So I'm really excited to see that is going well. And yeah, thankful once again to everyone who keeps on coming out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you enjoy this content, be sure to check out my Patreon. Link in the description below. I do basically the same exact show, but an audio version on Tuesdays and Thursdays for NBA player props. So if you enjoy this content, be sure to check it out. All right. Here we go. Scrolling on the bottom. We're ready to go. We are ready to go. We got a lot of questions. We're going to get to it right here. All right. Jokic. As always, Jokic, the honorary first question of the show each and every single week. Absolutely love the dedication. What's up, Dylan? Lots of rebounding props today. Thad Young over 6.5. Kawhi under 7.5. Jokic over 10.5. Hield over 4.5. Capela over 12.5. Jonas Valenciunis 12 plus Grizzlies win. Player performance double. All right. So, based on the props that I just talked about, I like Capela and I like Valenciunis. I also like the Grizzlies to win. So those last two, you can lock in immediately. Excuse me. Now, the Thad Young thing is interesting because Thad Young was one of my final cuts. It was going to be a rebound plus assist prop. But looking at Thad Young's rebounding numbers over the last few, first of all, he goes up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Not a bad matchup, but not a great matchup for him. I personally like the rebounds assists line better. I think it was at around 9.5 or 10.5. And over his last few games, he's gone 9 rebounds, 8 rebounds, 10, 8, 10, 7.5, 10, 8. Look, this guy's been rebounding a ton. 6.5, I think, is way too low of a number. So if you get it at 6.5, I like that a lot. Now we go to Kawhi under 7.5 rebounds. The only problem with that is that the Spurs, they are not a good rebounding team. So it is a good matchup for Kawhi rebounds. If we're looking at San Antonio's rebounds line, we got Spurs ranked 28th in the NBA at 47.7 rebounds allowed to their opponents per game. Again, 28th, so third to last. Not good at all. So that would worry me about Kawhi Leonard a little bit, taking his under. He is averaging only 6.3 rebounds per game on the season. Last few games, he's gone 7, 3, 7, so he hasn't hit it in his last 3 games. But then he had 8, 5, 9. Like, he has hit it. We know Kawhi could get over 7.5. I would stay away from Kawhi under 7.5 just because of this matchup. Jokic over 10.5 against Toronto. Good matchup for Toronto rebounds, 23rd in the NBA in opponent rebounds per game at 46. So I do like Jokic over 10.5. And then the only one we have left here to talk about, Buddy Hield over 4.5. Buddy Hield over 4.5. Going to throw this together right now. Kings go up against the Hawks today. Hawks have been playing unbelievable lately. Hawks ranked 10th in the NBA in opponent rebounds per game. So not a great matchup for Hield, but last few games, 6, 5, 5. So he's cleared it in his last 5 games. He's actually cleared it in, I believe, 8 of his last 9 games. He's cleared this in as well. So I think it's a good number for Hield. I like it a lot. So Thad Young over 6.5, yes. Kawhi under 7.5, no. Jokic over 10.5, yes. Hield over 4.5, yes. Capela over 12.5, yes. Then the Valenciunis one here, yes as well. Here's what I'm doing on free same-game parlay on FanDuel. Grizzlies money line, we like it. Valenciunis, 15 points, 12 rebounds, we like it. Morant, 15.6 assists, we like it. Dort, 10-plus points. Pokusevski, 6-plus rebounds. Maladon, 2+ assists. Plus $6.97 for $10. I like it a lot. Any confidence in Doncic to reach Any confidence in Doncic to reach 30 with the Mavericks to win? Also, how do you feel about Jokic triple-doubling again? Thanks. Yeah, what's up, Red Letter Day? What's up? So I do like Doncic to reach 30. I think as long as it's not a blowout, this is a really easy matchup against the Timberwolves. He should hit this. How do I feel about Jokic triple-double again? I think it's really good opportunity for assists and rebounds. As I mentioned, Toronto ranks 23rd in the NBA in opponent rebounds per game. They also rank down 29th in opponent assists per game. So could be an opportunity for Jokic to stuff that stat sheet. The over-under for rebounds plus assists, it was at 19.5 on FanDuel. Now it's up to 20.5. I do like the over 20.5 rebounds plus assists if you just want to stick to that. Again, I was going to put it in my plays at 19.5 and then jumped up one more. So I was like, all right, I'll stay away. But I think a triple-double is very possible once again tonight. All right, from Shadow Stefan here, we got Kawhi, 25-plus points against his former team. Yeah, I like it for sure. And one more from Jokic. Love the questions, Jokic. We got Trae Young, 25-plus points with the Hawks to win. I like that as well. Kings play awful defense, fast pace. Should be Trae Young night tonight. From Marco, we have Will Barton over 14.5 points. Will Barton plays against the Toronto Raptors tonight. Raptors could be losing half their team at the trade deadline. So could be the last time we see all these Raptors together. 18th in the NBA in opponent points per game at 112.4. That's Toronto. So Denver does have a good matchup. Now looking at Will Barton here. Will Barton last few games. Let me just get this loaded. Last few games, Will Barton has gone 17, 16, 16, 23, 20, 23, 21, 16. So he has cleared that in his last 8 games. He's cleared 14.5 in his last 8 games. I like it. I like him to continue it tonight. And there's another teammate of his, Michael Porter Jr., who I also like over. And I'm going to talk about that right now. For Joey here, he has Michael Porter Jr. over 16.5 points. He's on that type of run that Will Barton is, where he's covering basically every single game. I hit him last night at over 16.5 points. So I think Porter Jr. does hit this again. Now, the other questions we have here from Joey, Colin Sexton over 23.5 points. Goes up against the Chicago Bulls team that ranks 24th in the NBA in opponent points allowed per game. So good matchup for Sexton, averaging 24 points per game on the season. Last few games, he's gone 15, 36, 29, 29. So he's cleared it in 3 of his last 4 games. I like it with the easy matchup tonight. De'Aaron Fox over 25.5 points. Yeah, I mean, Cleveland is not the best matchup, but it's also not a bad matchup. It's a high over-under, mainly because the Kings like to push the pace. Looking at his last few games, 30, 16, 29, 28. Yeah, I mean, this is a guy, he's cleared this in like 7 of his last 8. I like it as well. Hayward over 4.5 assists or over 19.5 points. I do like both of them. I probably have to go with points just because we're not 100% sure on if Hayward's going to dish out like this every single game with LaMelo Ball out. Anthony Edwards, 2 threes. I like that a lot. Rozier over 21.5. I like as well. And Luka over 29.5. I like as well. Salute the chat. Salute the chat. Yes. Salute the chat. Love it. Good to see you, bro. Also, thoughts on Jokic over 19.5 rebounds plus assists. Yeah, I just said I moved up to 20.5 on FanDuel, I believe, but I like 19.5 rebounds plus assists. If you could get it at that, that'd be unbelievable. As I said, good matchup with the Raptors, who rank low in assists against and rebounds against as well. So I like it. Does Monkey Knife Fight do Massachusetts? I'm not 100% positive on Massachusetts. I could actually check that, but I think so. Phoenix over 54.5 first half. Buddy Hield 3.5 threes. Doncic over 3.5 threes. Levine over 3.5 threes as well. Okay, a lot of 3-point props today. Phoenix as well, over 54 points in the first half, 54.5 in the first half. One sec, just getting these lines up here. All right, yeah, against Orlando, I think that they do go over 54.5 in the first half. I'm not a huge fan of Orlando at all. They're not good in general. I know they play a very slow pace, but they aren't that good. So I like the over 54.5 for the first half. Now looking at Buddy Hield here, going against the Atlanta Hawks, averaging 4 threes made per game. And his last few games, he's gone. Let me just lower it. Last few games, he has gone 5-7, 5-7-6, and it's taken over. He basically takes 10 to 11 to 12 to 13 threes per game. If a guy's shooting that much, I like over 3.5 for sure. Doncic's over 3.5 threes, I like as well. You pretty sure you get that at plus value. He's hit that in like his last 3 games. He went off last game, like 9 out of 10 or something like that. LaVine over 3.5 threes against the Cleveland Cavaliers, averaging 3.5 threes per game on the season. Last few games has gone 4, 3, 3, 7. Again, not the easiest matchup against the Cavs. In terms of the Cavs' 3-point numbers here, Cavs ranked 12th, tied 12th in the NBA in opponent threes made per game at 12.6. So I would stay away from LaVine over 3.5 threes, but I like the other ones. Donte DiVincenzo, as I said, over 6.5 rebounds. It's one of my picks. I like it as well. Sabonis over 11.5 rebounds against the Detroit Pistons. Yes, Sabonis has been he's been scoring a lot less, but he's been stuffing the stat sheet with rebounds and assists a lot more. Pretty much this has been after the All-Star break. I'm going to take a quick look here, averaging 11.2 rebounds per game on the season. Let me just wait for this to load. Last few games for rebounding, he has gone 9, 11, 15, 11, 9, 13. However, the Detroit Pistons, let's see where they rank in terms of rebounding. The Pistons rank tied 18th in the NBA in opponent rebounds per game at 44.6. So it is a good matchup for him. I just unfortunately think that number is a little bit too high. If you could get it at 10.5, I would run it, but 11.5 I think is too high. I parlayed Capela and Valenciunis for 12 plus rebounds each for 3 units, but now that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is ruled out, it kind of worries me on Jonas line due to a possible blowout. Any thoughts? Yeah, I mean, the thing with the NBA is blowouts are always possible. So yes, it may be a little bit of more of a blowout because SGA is out, but the thing is that these Thunder, they play really hard. It's a bunch of young guys. They're coached well. They play really well. They're gelling well together, and even though, how do I describe this? Even though that they're not a very talented team, they are in a lot of games. So I'm still for Valanciunas over 12 plus rebounds, I should say. Can I run the 5 back? Yeah, it's scrolling across the bottom here. All my picks, 6 picks today. Jason Tatum over 2.5 threes. Jalen Brown over 22.5 points. Donte DiVincenzo over 6.5 rebounds. Jonas Valenciunis over 13.5 rebounds. Clint Capela over 13.5 rebounds. And then our last one, we have Gordon Hayward over 6.5 rebounds. Some more questions we got in here. Sexton over 23.5. Went through that before. I like it. Aiden, 14.5 points against Orlando. Siakam, 26.5 points plus rebounds against Denver. Going to look quickly here first at Aiden. Aiden has been all over the place this season. First, he's rebounding. We're hitting free rebounding props at the beginning of the year on Aiden. Then all of a sudden, the guy just stops rebounding, and he starts scoring more. It's been a weird trajectory of a season for DeAndre Ayton. He has cleared this 14.5 points prop in his last 2 games. Goes up against the Orlando Magic, who rank at 11th in the NBA in opponent points in the paint per game. Again, this guy's been really streaky, so the fact that he's gone over this 14.5 line in the last 2 games, Ayton's the guy that would scare me on. Just a streaky player. So I would stay away from Aiden, 14.5 points. Now, in terms of Siakam here, another guy who has a pretty tough matchup against this Denver team, a Denver team that ranks 8th in the NBA in opponent points in the paint per game. And they're also one of the best rebounding teams in the NBA as well. Denver ranks 3rd in the NBA in opponent rebounds per game. Siakam averaging 19.8 points and a little bit over 7 rebounds per game this year. Again, I just think it's too tough of a matchup. I'm going away from both of these tonight. Collins over 19.5 points against the Kings. Jonas Valenciunis double-double, Gobert double-double. I like all three of those. I think that Collins is a great matchup. Sacramento ranks last in the NBA in opponent points in the paint per game by a decent margin, by over 2 points. 53.5 points in the paint they allow per game. That's disgusting. Keep the questions coming. Keep the questions coming. Love it, love it, love it. How do you feel about Jokic rebounds plus assists over 19.5 against the Raptors, who are at the bottom of the league? Yep, completely agree. As I alluded to several times on the show, I like it at 19.5. Some places it's moved up to 20.5, which I like a little bit less. Originally, I was going to run over 19.5 rebounds plus assists on my show, and then it got raised on FanDuel at 20.5. So if you could get it at 19.5 somewhere else, I do like that. LeVert over under 5.5 assists. That's been another trendy type prop lately, and I think that continues tonight. He's not in the same assist role as he was in Brooklyn. Keep the questions coming in here. Another one from James. We have Marcus Morris over 12.5 points, Buddy Hield 22.5 points plus rebounds, Collins 18.5, Young 27.5. I like all three of those props from that Hawks-Kings game. I've talked about all three of those guys already. Now, looking at Marcus Morris over 12.5 points against the San Antonio Spurs. Let me just get up Morris the last few games. Morris, obviously, I remember him best from his time with the Knicks that eventually netted us Emmanuel quickly. So thank you, Marcus Morris, for that. Last few games, 19 points, 13, 11, 14. So cleared it at 3 of his last 4. He's only shooting single-digit shots, though. Never mind. That was threes. Okay, 11 shots, 14 shots, 9, 11, and he's shooting a lot of threes as well. Okay, I like over 12.5 against the Spurs. Sexton is out. Is that true? If Sexton is out, then obviously that sucks for all those Sexton props. Tyrese Haliburton under 9.5 rebounds plus assists. Haliburton, interesting here. Obviously, one of my favorite rookies. The guy's been unbelievable this year. But if you're looking at 9.5 rebounds plus assists, he's only cleared this one time over his last. Over Halliburton's last. Over his last 8 games, he's only cleared this one time. So I do like it. What's up, Bill? Chris Paul assists. I like tonight against Orlando. I'm a little bit worried about a blowout in that game, but I do like that number on him. I believe it's at 8.5 again. And Orlando is not good against assists. And Anthony Edwards over 2.5 assists. Edwards goes up against Dallas. Dallas actually ranks pretty highly in assists, I believe. Let me go check this number. Dallas ranks 4th in the NBA in opponent assists per game. Anthony Edwards, the last few games, has gone. Let me get this here. All right, just bringing up Anthony Edwards' profile, but definitely like Chris Paul over assists. Edwards averaging 2.6 assists per game on the season. Last few games has gone 3, 6, 3. Again, a little bit of a tougher assist matchup against the Mavericks, so I don't hate it, but I also don't love it. Jalen Brown over 22.5 points from Corey here. Yeah, I like Jalen Brown over 22.5. It's one of my picks tonight. It's probably one of my most confident picks as well. Nikola Vucevic over 10.5 rebounds. Goes up tonight against the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix Suns, that's their weakest area is rebounding. Phoenix Suns rank 11th in the NBA in opponent rebounds per game at 43. So still not a great matchup for Vucevic, but it's like the worst thing that the Suns do. He's averaging 11.7 rebounds per game on the season. And the last few games, he has gone for 7 rebounds, 13, 14, 16, 10, 9. So he's cleared 3 of his last 4. I'm neutral on it. I don't want to say I'm huge on it, but I also don't want to steer you away from it because I definitely think it could hit. Clint Capela, double-double with the Hawks to win. Thank you for all you do, Dylan. Yeah, man, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I like that. Capela and Hawks win. I think the Hawks are playing really well lately, and I think Capela should be in for a double-double for sure. Thank you for watching, Maria. All right, we got best prop here. Best prop, Out of all the ones I have, so my 6 best props are the ones scrolling below. I think out of all the props here on the bottom, I do like Jalen Brown, 22.5 points the most, as well as Jonas Valenciunis over 13.5 rebounds and Capela over 13.5. So if I was like putting them into tiers, those would be my 3 highest. I don't think that there's a major difference between those 3. Sexton out, I believe. Yep, that's what somebody commented before. Looks like it. From Corey here, Kyle Anderson over 5.5 rebounds. Grizzlies go up against the Thunder, who are obviously, as I mentioned, aren't a good rebounding team. The Thunder ranked 27th in the NBA in opponent rebounds per game at 47.3. Kyle Anderson here. Anderson. Oh, we got a trade alert possibly. Timberwolves trying to trade for Aaron Gordon. That doesn't make any sense, but we'll see what happens there. Kyle Anderson averaging 5.8 rebounds per game on the season. Last 2 games, he's gone 5, 8, 3, 5, 4. Hasn't really gone over it lately. I don't like it, despite the fact that it's a good matchup. Cat 2 threes over. Towns has been really good lately. Like, it took him a little bit of time to get back from his absence. Now he's been really good. He's gone over this his last 2 games. I like it a lot against a Dallas team that lets up a lot of threes. It's actually a really good matchup for threes. Dallas ranks at 24th in the NBA in opponent threes made per game at 13.6. Kyle Lowry over 34 fantasy. The only thing, as I said, I'm concerned about, again, I would have taken Lowry over 7.5 assists. Only thing I'm concerned about here is the fact that he could get traded mid-game or something like that because the trade deadline's tomorrow. He's probably the top name on the market. He's going to get dealt. Garland over 5.5 assists with Sexton out. I like it. Lou Dort over 15.5 points. Goes up against the Grizzlies tonight, so decent matchup. Not a great matchup. Lou Dort, no Shai Gilgeous-Alexander tonight, so a little bit of a boost for Lou Dort. Last few games, he's gone 23, 8, 14, 14, 15. So again, don't really read into his past because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's out. I'm okay with it with SGA out. Barton for 15 plus and the win. I like it. I think that the Nuggets could take care of the Raptors tonight for sure. Raptors all have their mind on the trade deadline. Are they going to get traded? Yes, a lot of them are. They're not going to be head in the game. Some of them may even get pulled mid-game. Barton's been clearing this like eight times straight, so I think I like it. Hayward over 11.5 rebounds plus assists. I like that a lot as well. Any other questions we got for we got another one. Luka, 3 threes. Yep, I like that as well. Not the best matchup actually against the Timberwolves, but he's been tearing it up, Luka, from 3. So I think he could hit 3 threes for sure. Any other questions we got? Any other questions? Master Yoda. Great. That's a great YouTube name. Great. Master Yoda. Jalen Brown over 23.5. Yes. Jokic over 10.5 rebounds. Yes. Which 2 should I add out these? Which 2 should I add out of these 4? Okay. So we have either Zubac over 10.5 points, LeVert under 5.5 assists, Jokic over 9.5 assists, Sabonis over 6.5. Out of those 4, I would go with LeVert under assists and Jokic over assists out of those. Let me just take a quick look at Zubac first, just to make sure. But I would not play Sabonis over 6.5 assists. I think that run is a little bit done. Okay, hold on. Alert just coming in. It says no Raptors players will be rested Wednesday. So they're full go, it seems. So unless Masai comes up with a trade in the middle of the game, I guess they're all going to play. But, talking about Zubac has gone over 10.5 points in 3 of his last 4. Spurs are a decent matchup. I still lean LeVert under 5.5 and Jokic over 9.5. Poku over 7 rebounds. Oh man, this guy's the ultimate roller coaster right now in his rookie year. You never know what to expect from him. That being said, he has been getting a lot of minutes lately, high 20s in minutes, low 30s in minutes. Last few games has gone 9, 9, 6, 8, 10, 7, 8. So he's cleared that in every one except for 2. So that was out of 7 games. So he's cleared in 5 of his last 7 games, including his last 2. I like it against Memphis. Any performance double parlays? None in particular that I do like, but if you scroll back in the comments a little bit, there were a couple that I did talk about earlier. I think possibly anything with Jokic and a win could be good. Thad Young over 6 rebounds. Yep, I like that. Trade predictions besides Lowry. Thanks, Dylan, and good luck everyone tonight. I think it looks like Gordon's definitely going to be dealt. It looks like Lowry's going to be dealt. It looks like Oladipo is going to be dealt. Where's Oladipo going to go? That's tough because who's going to want to take a 1-year rental, a half-year rental on Oladipo? I think that the Sixers are going to either acquire Lowry, and if the Sixers don't get Lowry, they're going to go get Oladipo or Powell. But the Sixers are going to get someone. You would think Miami's probably going to get someone as well. So I would think between Lowry, Oladipo, and Powell, they probably get distributed amongst Miami and Toronto, Miami and Philly, I should say. The Knicks are going to make a move. I don't know what it is. I hope it's Lonzo Ball. I think that'd be good as long as they don't give up anybody insane or any picks, or I should say substantial picks. But Jokic triple-double, yeah, I like it. Anything else? Remember, be sure to like this video. Be sure to subscribe to this channel. It really helps me out. So if you're watching right now, if you've asked me a question and I've answered you, if you're just watching and not asking any questions and you're enjoying these videos, be sure to throw that like. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Really helps me out. Also, if you are enjoying this content, be sure to check out my Patreon in the link in the description below. I do the same thing every Tuesday, Thursday on my channel, except for it's in a podcast version. So be sure to check that out as well. Yeah, man. Thanks for watching, Travis. Yep. Thanks for watching, Master Yoda. Kemba Walker over 4.5 assists. We got him against the Bucks tonight. The Bucks rank at 18th in opponent assists per game. So it does seem like there's a little bit of an opportunity there. Kemba averaging 4.6 assists per game on the season. So 0.1 above that line. But the last few games he's played, he's gone 4, 7, 5, 5, 2, 6, 6, 8, 6. Yeah, I'm okay with it. He seems consistently around or a little over. You know Sal Vetri, right? Yes, I have occasional videos on his channel. Basically what happened is me and Sal both went to Penn State. So I reached out to him this summer and I started working with Sal over the summer. And I did an NFL player prop show all throughout the NFL season, every single week on his channel. Helped him out with some other stuff along the way. And now did a few DFS shows for him for the NBA as well. Sometimes I also appear on his golf live show on Wednesdays before whatever tournament for that week. So yeah, love Sal. Good guy. Any other questions? Anything else? Once again, thank you to everyone who's watched. Anything else? Thanks for watching, Master Yoda. Really appreciate it. Will Barton, 15 plus, and the win. I like it a lot. John Collins over 27.5 points, rebounds, assists. I think it's a good opportunity against the Kings for sure with John Collins. You think Jason Tatum will play tonight? Thanks. I'm just going to check his exact injury report. Okay, so it just said he got removed from the injury report, not on the injury report for Wednesday. He missed the previous game due to illness. He'll play. Towns over 25.5 points. I do like that a lot. Late to the show, but Luka over 29.5, just worried about blowout. Yeah, I mean, look, you got to worry with the Timberwolves about a blowout, but I think it is a really easy matchup. So even if it is a blowout, I think Luka could do this maybe by like the early fourth, or could even get it by fourth. Rozier over 21.5. I like it with LaMelo out. He's going to start to go off for sure. Anything else? Any other questions? Remember, my six props are scrolling across the bottom right here. So if you were late to the show, just be sure to check that out if you want to know my props. And you could just rewatch this video after I'm done streaming if you want to see explanations and stuff like that. So always you could go back. I always keep it on my channel available for that reason. Anything else? Will Barton plus win. So I said I like that. Zach LaVine, 2 threes. Harrison Barnes over 10.5 rebounds plus assists. Gordon Hayward, 11.5 rebounds plus assists. 250 pays $3K. Should I do it? Well, I told you I like pretty much all those except Harrison Barnes. I'm just going to look right now at Barnes. Averaging 6.5 rebounds, 3.7 assists. Last few games, he's gone 10-8, so that's cleared it. 7-5 cleared it. 13-3 cleared it. 8-5 cleared it. The only problem is he goes up against the Hawks, rank 10th in opponent assists per game, and they rank 10th in opponent rebounds per game. So that's a little bit shaky. It is a tough matchup, but I do like all those other ones. So maybe if you want to take out Barnes and run the other ones, but if you're feeling risky, I don't mind the Barnes. Anything else? We got a great long show today. Lots of games tonight. Lots of prop opportunities. Alrighty, so looks like the questions are slowing down. So that'll be a wrap for the NBA Player Prop Show for Wednesday, March 24th, 2021. Once again, be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel. Really helps me out. If you have any additional questions and I happen to miss it, just feel free to comment on this YouTube post and I will be sure to get back to you, or feel free to just reach out to me on Twitter at @sports_Burd. You can follow me on Twitter at @sports_Burd. Follow me on Instagram at @sports_Burd. You can also check out my Patreon in the link in the description below. So if you like this content, I do this Tuesdays and Thursdays in a podcast form on the Patreon, so you could check that out as well. Goodbye, everyone, and good luck with your NBA player props tonight.